Now, let's look at the second type of the architecture, which is called as a single department data mart, or in other words, it is also called as federated architecture. Why is it called as a federated architecture? In a federated architecture, the data is logically consolidated but stored in separate physical databases. Now notice the difference. Earlier, you had only one centralized data warehouse in the enterprise architecture. Now you have multiple databases which are physically different with different server names, IP addresses, and installations of database software as a separate server. At the same time, now these can also be in different physical sites, meaning all of these will not be in the same location side by side in the server rack. It can be in different locations in the globe, right? The local data marts store only the relevant information for a department. For example, we'll take Walmart, right? Now let's say Walmart has 100 stores. Now Walmart, if it is going with this single department data mart, it will create 100 different data marts. There will be one for each store, and each of that will be located within the center where the sales are happening, like it is a retail store. Right? So these local data marts store only the relevant information for that particular store. Now, if you take another example of IBM, let's say it has been different departments within IBM, right? So each department, let's say this is finance, logistics, payroll, then all of these will be separately stored. It will not be communicating with each other, right? That's the reason it's called as federated or single department data mart. Now, the amount of data in this kind of cases is limited, or it is reduced because, to what I'm comparing it with the enterprise data warehouse here. It is reduced because the level of detail in each of these is enhanced, but it is limited to the scope of a single department, right? So that's the reason it is called as a federated architecture or a single department data mart. Now, rest of the attributes, none of it changed to what we have discussed in the centralized warehouse, which is your different kinds of sources which are coming from your OLTP systems or different sources, and your data preparation aspect, and your reporting or the business intelligence perspective, right? So only difference is the centralized architecture here, and the individual data marts, which are separated based on the function, based on the department, or based on the retail store, just like the example which we have taken. All right, so that's about the single department data mart.